Hey y'all, it's Deja with Tea Time with Deja, and today I wanted to talk about financial burdens, financial struggles, hardships in general. So I'll be talking about my own personal experience in finance dramas and struggles and things like that. Have you see fit, put it into your life. So here we go. Get your tea, water, juice, whatever, wine, and sit down and talk with me. Let's go. Okay, so hey y'all. I actually wanted to talk about a couple things that's just been on my mind. I'm currently going through a financial hardship, me and my husband. And it seems as if we've been doing it for a good little while. A good little while. And while it's not comfortable and it's not something that we want to deal with or anything like that, it seems like we just keep getting into it and keep getting into it and keep getting into it no matter what. And just to give a little back history on my own self, when I got my first apartment, I think I was like 18 or 19 or something like that. 19 or 20, let me not guess it. Like 19 or 20, got my own apartment. I took care of all of my stuff. I was like really strategic, really like set the course, like nah, I ain't going nowhere if my bills not paid. I gotta get my stuff set up right then and there. Yeah. Like, I always been like that. Always. If it's up to me, that's what I'm gonna do. Bills come first all the time. Like, then I met Daryl, and then stuff started to happen with my finances. And then we had a baby. And then stuff really started happening with my finances. And I was just like, oh, I don't like this. And it turns into worry a lot. And I've noticed that, I've always noticed that I worry. But I didn't think of it like as a bad thing. I just thought of it as like, I'm worried about a bill, or I'm worried that, oh my God, if we don't have this paid or whatever the case may be, what am I going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I've noticed that it actually stressed Daryl out a lot, because he could be trying to think about something or do something, and I'm just like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Or I'm internalizing it myself as in, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But it's coming off as attitude, or it's given very much quiet, standoffish. That's how I get when I'm like going through something or whatever. And I was always like that. It's about to be 5 years we've been married. It is about to be 6 years that we actually been together. So that was just with him. But I've always been like that, and I'm 26. And I did not know that it was an issue until I was talking to my sister, hey girl, and she told me, well, she didn't tell me, but they had an issue at their home or whatever, and it was about a bill, in regards to a bill, and it completely like stressed me out. Like, I'm not even there. They live in Pennsylvania. I'm all the way down here in North Carolina. But it stressed me out because I immediately started thinking that, oh my God, what's going to happen? What are they going to do? How is this going to work? And I immediately started thinking, like, how can we fix this? How can we fix this? How can we fix this? And I'm like, the reality of it is, I can't help if I want to, because guess who in a financial pickle? What can I do but just sit there, listen, and just really hope that everything is going to be okay? When she told me that, I started thinking to myself, and I had to ask God to give me some type of peace to calm me down, because I'm like, for one, I'm not even there. For two, it's nothing that I could do about it anyway. even if I was there, there's is really nothing that I could do about it. So I just had to really like try to find a way to let it go or whatever the case may be, and keep talking to her. I've realized that this is the cause, like all of my worriment and everything like that comes from a financial standpoint. Like I could go through something and I could let it go. I could go through something and I could let it go. But for some reason with finances, it's just the hardest for me to just like trust God on, honestly. Because I feel like it's something that I can do, or I always tell myself like, yeah, God could do this, but you got to be doing this too, and you got to be doing that too, and everything like that. So I always do that, and that's the main thing that I be stressing or worried about and everything like that. And I'm just like, why do I always do that? And it wasn't until today that I'm just like, yo, this comes from childhood. It comes from childhood. So the backstory on my childhood is like, my mom, not to put all of her business out there, but my mom really had it going on, like, and she took care of us very well. And then she made a bad decision, and it cost us our living situation to change, like literally drastically and overnight, really. And it really affected me and my sister. And for me, I internalize things differently. And it's not to say that I don't feel it, but I force myself to let it go. Like I push it all the way to the back of my mind that I don't think about it until someone else is bringing it up. But when that person bring it up, oh man, I'm thinking about it forever. And I've gotten better with that, but I realized, like, as far as bills, when my mom did get back on her feet or try to get back on her feet, either the rent was late, it was always food in the house, but either the rent was late, my mom didn't have money to give us to even get a pair of shoes or to do these things or whatever the case may be as growing up, as she did when we were younger. But fast forward to me today, I am very much afraid of anything being cut off in my house. Like, I don't want my car to be repoed. I don't want to do that. It turns into a fear to the point where I don't even want to take my kids to the grocery store because I don't want them to, like, you know, if they ask for a toy, I don't want to have to say, I don't got it. Like, you know, like, that really hurts deep. Like, as a mom or whatever the case may be, you don't want that, your child to feel like that, whatever the case may be. So, sometimes I don't take them to the supermarket with me to just avoid that and to shop in peace. Because I know how to window shop. Kids don't. So, but it's not their fault. And now that I think about it, it actually comes from childhood. And really, that's what I really wanted to talk about. Like, you could be so good at trying to get over something like that. Get over anything, really. In my case, it's financial burdens, financial hardships, trauma like that. But I didn't notice that it was an actual problem until I was talking to my sister and she told me what was going on over there, and I'm just like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Right. Like, you know? And she's like, she didn't say anything, but I'm like, I can't do anything about it. Like my spirit man told me, Deja, let it go. Like, they're gonna figure it out. You let them figure it out. And they figured it out. Thank God. But I was still worried. And all the while I'm on this journey as far as trying not to stress, trying not to worry, just actually meaning what I say. And when I say meaning what I say, if I'm preaching and saying I'm going to let go and let God do this. I'm let go and let God do this. I literally need to give it to him and not try to do it myself. And that's where I keep messing up at, because I keep trying to do it myself still. And I shouldn't, because, I mean, I've tried it and it didn't work. So just stop, you know. But, like, that's my biggest problem right now. But now that I know where the trauma stems, well, where it stems from, I could actually start to truly start my process of healing. Like, you know, like, that's why you need to talk to people. And not only do you need to talk to people, you need to talk to yourself. Aside from talking to God, he should be the first person you talk to. Anyway, but I never knew that where it was actually coming from. I never knew why me and Daryl would get into. I never knew why me and Daryl would get into arguments about money or bills or things like that. Or I always just thought he was just irresponsible and I'm just more responsible than him. Like, you know. But no, it's not that. And I always used to think, well, he always want to say, oh, let's just wait. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. And I just used to be like, we can't keep waiting. Like, we can't keep waiting. We got to do something. We got to do it now. We got to, like, hurry up. Let's go get to it. Like, it needs to be done. It needs to be done today. They said it need to be done. Even though they said it need to be done next week, we got to get it done today. That's what my problem is. It has nothing to do with him. It's everything to do with me. And I really need to fix that. But it's because of childhood. Because I don't want to push something so far off that I either forget about it, I stop caring about it, or it comes to a point where when I did have the time, the resources to deal with the situation, I didn't. Now that I don't have it, the time or the resources, now I got to do it. When I could have just did it right then and there. That's how I feel about stuff. But it's okay, and I'm learning, to take your time. It's okay to wait. It's okay to go through things with the intentions of not staying there. It's okay to go through stuff. Like, I mean, you're going to go through stuff as long as you're living. So, that's my thing. And when it was my first apartment, he moved in, and it wasn't until after we had our son that the downstairs neighbors had BDs, not baby daddies, bed bugs, child. And the triggering it put in my head, child, it was just too much. Now, for those who don't know, a bed bug shouldn't even be on this earth. That's for one. That's just it. But when they get inside your house, your car, your whatever the case may be, baby, you got to throw everything away. You got to throw everything away. You got to get new stuff and wash and everything and doing all this other stuff like that. Keep in mind, we just had a baby. Now, this is a triggering anxiety point. I'm already postpartum at that point. I'm like, we got to move out this house now. We got to get out of here now. ASAP. Like, tonight, we got to get out of here. Like, I will pack this house up right now. All you got to say is yes, and we leaving. But I was like, Daryl always said, no, we could just wait. No, we could just wait. But he complained, or I felt like he was complaining about every little thing. Like, he ain't have space to do his music. He ain't have space to sleep. Because we went from a queen size bed to sleeping on a twin size air bed. Yes, you heard that right. For at least like 8 months until we found another place. And even with the other place, like, I was scoundering, like, if that's the right word. I was like really going hard on Zillow. Like, I need to find a place. I need to find a place. I need to find a place. Found the place. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It was nice for us because at the time we was living in Jersey. And but the rent was $1,750. Yes, you heard that right. $1,750. $50. Who said that we was able to do that? Now, granted, I was working a job where I was making like $18 and then they jumped it to $20. So I thought that we were financially okay. Like, Daryl was making decent money at his job too. So I was like, I thought that we was okay, and everybody was like warning us, like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. And I'm just like, y'all not seeing what we living in? They got bed bugs. This is going on like this. My son, like, I was doing all of that. So I'm just like, no, I don't want that. I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with that. And I finally convinced Daryl to move into this place. But guess what? Yes. They wanted you to... To move in, it was like over $6,000. So, yes, we had money. But I was just looking at the rent. I honestly wasn't even looking at the rent. I was just looking to get out that place because I don't want to get bit by no bed bugs, because I don't want to be even thinking about how my childhood was. I'm not a child no more. I worked so hard to get out of that place. I don't want to be there. So that was like, now that I'm thinking about it, that was the real reason why I wanted to get out of there so bad. Like, it was no other reason. Like, I wanted to get out the situation. So I'm like, convinced him to move in. Had to take out one loan. That was $7,000. Then had to turn around and take out another loan. Why? Because let me correct myself, because this channel is all about self-accountability, so I need to hold myself accountable since it's my channel. So, okay, me was thinking about, dang, we need more money because this and this and this, and we got this, and now we need this, we need this, we need this, we need this. So I took out another loan for like, I think like $2,000 or something. Yeah, like $2,000. I took out another loan. Fast forward. Yes, we living in this apartment. Yes, it's nice. But guess who don't got food in the refrigerator? Us. Having to ask people for food or to use their food stamp card. Yes, we getting real. Stuff like that. It's hard. It was really hard. But we had to move in with his parents. And then we found another place or whatever, which was better. It was one bedroom, but $1,460 a month. But it had more things included. So it was us thinking smart about it. But during that whole time, I really was hard on myself because I'm like, dang, I'm the reason why my family is going through this financial struggle. I'm the reason why this is happening. I'm the reason why this is happening. I'm the reason why this is happening. And it used to put me down. And it really used to make me sad because I felt like Daryl didn't trust me with making decisions because of that. We talked about it since then. But I always felt like that. And it was really tough. But now that I know where stuff is stemming from, like, now I'm not saying I was going to stay in the house with them bed bugs, honey. But we could have got a different one. We could have really got a different apartment. Now that I think about it, like, why was I so bullheaded? I don't even know why, like, it's not like people wasn't saying anything. It's almost as if I was just like, nah, we got this, nah, we got this, nah, we got this. And those same people who was telling us not to do it were the same people we were calling in to ask for help. It's crazy. And some of them didn't hold it against us, but others did. But whatever. I think that what we should do when we're going through these things, hardships, no matter what kind of hardship, especially when it's child, what's the word? Consistent type of problem that keeps coming up, and you ever just sit to yourself and be like, what the heck? I thought I just got over this. Why we doing this again? Like, it's either one, you keep going through it because you're not learning from it. Two, you keep avoiding it. That's why you keep going through it. And then for three, maybe God wants you to go through this to help somebody else. And it's that last part that I don't like, because now I've been through it enough. I could just talk to you about it. I don't have to keep going through it, God. Like, now I feel like you're trying to be funny. So, that's just how I feel. Like, can we stop? I'm ready to tell my story that I learned it. And I feel like I learned my lesson these past 4 years. I feel like I've learned my lesson. Like, now everything is changing in me. Like, my mind is changing about the situation. My mind is changing and everything like that. But I've noticed that I started to feel comfortable in dealing with this, like, financial hardships and things like that. I don't want to be comfortable with that. That's not how I want to live my life. I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, no, I don't got the money for it. I'm going to make it one day. No, I don't got the money for it. I'm going to make it one day. No, I can't go here because of this. I can't do this because of this. I can't do that because of that. Like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I feel like, no, my whole entire family, a good little amount of them are just like that. Like, and I'm not sure if I'm starting to think that it's a financial, I'm starting to think that it's a generational curse. Like, it has to be. Like, my mom's going through this financially, just making it. My grandmother is going through things financially. I'm sure her mom at that time, when she was alive, was going through things financially as well too. Cousins, aunts. Why? I don't want to keep dealing with that. Like, I need to get to the bottom of these things and figure out what's going on so that I could start my journey to being debt-free, 1. Debt-free mentally, 2. And to just break the generational curses. I don't want my kids to grow up thinking that it's like, no, we don't got it. I didn't ask my mom because I knew she didn't got it. I didn't ask my dad because I know they ain't got it. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that. That's how I grew up. I don't want that. Or not wanting to ask your parents for anything because you don't want to make them feel bad because you know that they ain't got it. They know that they ain't got it and everything like that. Like, So, I was thinking about that. Like, I want better for my family. I want better for my whole family. And I just want better for myself, really. And I want better for you. If you going through it, try to really, it starts with talking to God. You talk to God, please talk to Him. Be honest with Him, be open with Him. He already knows the things that you're going through anyway. But sometimes He be wanting us to figure those things out. Sometimes He want us to shed light on our own problems and our own personal strong desires that we have. Like, listen to what He says. And we know that God speaks through people too. Listen to what those people are saying. Not everybody is trying to hurt you. Not everybody is nosy. Not everybody is just listening just to listen. Sometimes people do be having some genuine advice to give you, and you should take that. Not everybody. Hold your peace, because you'll be able to tell which person is for you and which person is not. But really, that is a hard thing for me, and I'm going on this journey. I know I'm not going through it alone, and I know I'm not doing it by myself. But if I have to be the first person to say something, to let myself know that it's not okay to feel like that, to not do that and things like that, then I'll be that leader. I'll be that leader. Just follow me. Just come with me. We're going to figure it out. We're going to start talking to ourselves and speaking more highly of ourselves, loving ourselves, listening properly, knowing what to tune out and what not to tune out. And yeah, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. We're going to make it, y'all. But I thank my sister for bringing it to my attention. Because I never knew that it was a problem. I never knew where that fear, because it's just fear. I never knew where the fear was coming from. Like, it's like a really an anxiety attack type of fear. Like, it's just a lot. And I know that that's not a spirit of God. I know that. So if I know that, why am I always feeling that? Why is that always plaguing my heart? Like, why is that always getting to me? And I had to dig deep and just think about it. And be like, oh, this is where this happened at, right there. That's where it's happened. It happened right there. You gotta fix it. You gotta start to fix it. Because I've always been on the journey of being or trying to be financially stress-free. Like, that's not to say that nothing is going to happen. That's not to say I'm becoming a millionaire overnight. But it's to say that, okay, Deja, yes, we're going through this, but we won't stay there. Yes, we're dealing with this, but we won't stay there. Like, it may start off like this, but it won't end up like that. That's where I mess up at. Because as soon as I start, I'm like, oh my God, it's like this forever. What am I going to do? I'm calling somebody. When I shouldn't be calling anybody. I just need to wait. See what God says. Wait. Be still my own heart. And then I could probably call somebody. But I can't call on edge and everything like that, because that's what I used to do. So yeah, we're going to work on it. And when I say me, I'm looking at the camera because I need to take myself serious. And I don't have a mirror right now, so I'm looking directly at myself like, Deja, do what you got to do. It ain't going to be easy, but you got this. I need to just do it. And that's what I'm going to do. So, thank you for watching Tea Time with Deja.